All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Honors to all you brothers that are kicking this word in truth and in sincerity. All right, so I want to go into, pretty much an open forum. There's a lot of things going on. We're all familiar with what happened over there in Manchester. ISIS supposedly took credit, which ISIS is funded by the American government through the Saudis. All right, you got Trump over there in Israel. Okay, which that's key. All right, the fact that Trump was over there, there's no coincidence. All these things are happening. Also, the Philippines, they're under martial law. Well, the southern region, known as Mindanao in particular, is under martial law, and pretty much there's martial law in Manchester right now as well. All right, so I'm gonna get right into the scripts. Second Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's what's happening, all right? Even though, we believe and we know that ISIS is set up, the stage is set that's one people fighting against another. You got so-called Arabs, all right, who are practitioners of Islam fighting against the Western establishment, man. Hey, because some of those guys are actually sincere, and fighting against Esau, all right, and fighting against Westernism. And that's why it's targeted that they target games, all right, concerts, all right, because it's supposed to be going against the Western ideals. It's Ariana Grande. She's nothing but a complete slut, all right, an American slut, an Israelite actually, because she's Sicilian. And what does she do? She dressed provocatively, and a lot of these young girls take to her. So hey, even though, like I said, even though it's set up, that's still, the way that it's manifested is one people fighting against another. Over there in the Philippines, you got one people fighting against another. Because I believe through the spirit that those people of Mindanao, the majority of them are actually Israelites. They're known as Moros, and they practice Islam. So what does that remind you of? The Moors. All right. And why? Because the Moors colonized, so-called colonized, conquered that area. All right, going back to the so-called Dark Ages, the Middle Ages, and they're fighting against the government. All right, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, which a sedition, pretty much, when you look it up, means uprising against the government. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. Meaning, whatever they set their mind to do, they'll be able to do it. All right, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, and I'm going to get an example of that. Philippines, Duterte declares martial law in Mindanao amid clashes. Deadly clashes erupted between government troops and Islamist militants Tuesday in the southern city of Marawi, prompting Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte to declare martial law there and the rest of the island of Mindanao, the state-run Philippine news agency reported. Duterte is cutting short an official visit to Moscow because of the clashes, PNA reported. And it's heavy, too, because Esau is cutting military grants to certain countries, one of them being the Philippines, all right, which is why they're becoming even more dependent upon China and Russia, which is why he was over there in Russia in the first place. All right, so he can get some artillery, all right, to fight against the Moros, all right, and any potential American excursions into their land. All right, martial law will be in effect on the Muslim-majority southern Philippines island for 60 days to suppress lawless violence and rebellion and for public safety, Duterte spokesman Ernesto Abello said, according to PNA. And, I'm going to just, that's pretty much just the point. I'm not going to read everything. Now I'm going to go over here. For the Guardian, Manchester Arena bombing, soldiers on British streets as threat level raised to critical. All right, so they're identifying the guy. So this is the guy supposedly who did this so-called horrific act. Which, hey man, we laugh at shit like that. All right, Hey, 'cause you see so-called white people crying and you're all in a disarray. That's a beautiful sight, man. Cause you're not right. You're the damn devil. All right. And for years upon years, centuries, you've been bringing destruction and devastation upon other nations. All right, the earth, the trees, the animals, and now it's coming back to you, man. And so, matter of fact, since I brought that up, let me get this. This is Job 18 and 11. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and drive him and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Yeah, terrors are making him afraid. You so-called white people, your main fears are what? Terrorism, which you're a bunch of idiots, all right? Your own government is the main terrorist, all right? His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength, which is talking about Yahweh Shai, all right? Verse 14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Talking about Yahweh Shai, all right? The king of kings, Lord of lords. All right, because ultimately, hey, this is all happening because of the spirit of Yahweh Shai is out here, all right? We're preaching the word, and spirits are getting stirred up. We're preaching Yahweh Shai, and the whole world is just bugging the fuck out, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So you got these devils on the streets. All right, this is 23 hours ago, but they're patrolling the streets right now. All right, and this is the sight that you got to get accustomed to. All right, like it said right here, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because martial law is going to be declared. All right, and the fact that this devil, this devil Trump is over there in Israel, that's stirring shit up. I mean, this we're at the end, man. We're obviously at the end. It's something, if you looking at things spiritually, obviously something real big is about to happen. All right, I'm gonna read a little bit of this. President Trump's plane had cleared Israeli airspace Tuesday before riders in the Middle East and at home began trying to figure out what the visit had meant. This was made harder because Israeli, true to the stereotype, two Israelis, three opinions, didn't agree. Prime Minister Netanyahu and many legislators professed themselves delighted, but a key center-left figure called the visit a missed opportunity of historic proportions. The Israeli intelligence community was less tactful, using words like horrifying to describe an American president who shared Israel's most sensitive intelligence findings with Russia. Yep. Yeah, man, because he's in hot water, all right, with them Israelis. Which that's part to blame as to why, the stock market crashed. All right, because of instability, people are thinking, oh man, maybe this guy, he might get impeached. Hey, this is an uncertain future for these people, but hey, for us, it's very certain. All right. There's going to be more turmoil, and America's ultimately going to be destroyed. It's going to culminate in America being destroyed by nuclear missiles. It just talks about, pretty much the article just talks about the view of how it went. But I just wanted to touch on the fact that people said it went horrible. All right, why? Because he went over there, and his main stated objective was we need to find, as you brothers can see on the page. I'm not gonna read it, but it's to find a resolution between them so-called Jews and them Ishmaelites, or them so-called Arabs, I should say. All right. Hey, because even though them so-called Jews, they're over there, they're a welfare state, because with the cuts, the state of Israel, that's not being affected. All right, because they're cutting Ukraine, which that's a big move, because Trump's all about cutting costs. He's running this shit like a business, not internalizing the fact that America has to have all this money invested in military outposts around the world to keep their power. But this devil, he doesn't get it. All right, so he's cutting all of this funding to these different countries, what they call military grants, and now he's offering them loans. He's like, well, look, I'll give you some money, but you motherfuckers, you got to pay me back. So they're gonna say no. All right, they're gonna go with other countries, and what they're saying is Ukraine is more than likely gonna team up with Russia, hey, because they need support. All right, these so-called emerging countries, the Philippines. And Lord's will, I may do a video on it, because that's very big. All right, he's cutting about 30% of the State Department's budget. All right, and that's determined. Those grants are determined by the State Department, man. But hey, the state of Israel, he has unwavering support, just like all these presidents. All right. Why? Because hey, the prophecy is that the least of the flock shall draw them out. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. I brought that out in a while. This is Book of Jeremiah. Oh, Satan. Okay, here we go. It's all right. This is bear with me. Damn. Jeremiah 49 KJV. Bring it up like that. Satan, you're not gonna win. All right. Like Satan's mad. Satan don't want this word to come out, man. All right, Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And the least of the flock is who? Them so-called Jews. All right, because that's a very small country. All right, surrounded by Ishmaelites. Okay, and the so-called American government donates billions of dollars. All right, to keep that welfare state afloat. Why? To fulfill this prophecy, man. And even though them so-called Jews, they getting all these they're getting all these benefits, all right? Everybody's kissing their ass, all right? Because this devil, I'm talking about the so-called Jew in particular, is the main source, all right, of all the turmoil in the world. Yet this devil still has sympathy bestowed upon him. All right, every year he's got 3 or 4 Holocaust movie, which that never happened, all right? That was a hoax, all right? And even other so-called Jews have exposed that, all right? They went into the so-called concentration camps, the internment camps, after the fact, and expose how they had pools. All right, they had their own money. All right, they were living pretty good, man. And favor is definitely bestowed upon the so-called Jew and all these Edomites, man, but particularly that so-called Jew. And that's what the scriptures say, Isaiah 26 and 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And that's what's happening right now, all right? And everybody is starting to lessen that favor that they have towards the so-called Jew. Because they're seeing, like, man, this guy's the problem. Like, what else do you guys need? All right? They're continually grabbing more land. All right? They're not following the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible at all. All right? You'll actually be in prison if you try to preach, if you try to do what we do, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If you try to do that in the land of Israel, which that's our land, all right? That's our rightful land, and we're going to get that land back, man. But first, it's got to be destroyed, all right? Hey, because they're in that land doing unrighteousness, all right, doing unjust acts, and they're going to be judged for it, man. All right, Trump's over there trying to amend the fences and everything like that, but hey, it's too late. All right, we're about to enter into global martial law. All right, World War III. All right, we're on the cusp of it, and it's plain to see. All right, and so hopefully it was edifying. Just had a few precepts, a few articles. It's so much to keep up with, Yet, hey, that's our job. We're watchmen. We got to stand upon our watch, and blow the trumpet, blow the alarm of war. All right. Hopefully it was edifying again, and shalom.